Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. Either's this bloke. This is Agent Infinity from 1AR Clan. Agent Infinity been a long time contributor to this brilliant YouTube channel, and I thank him immensely, and also a massive thanks to everybody who's subscribed, viewed the videos, commented. Over the past few months the channel's gotten a little bit bigger and it's starting to do really well, in my opinion. I never thought it would get this big as we approach 400 subscribers. And anyway, in this game he's in the tier 9 French light tank, the one with the auto loader. It's the AMX 1390. Now the AMX 1390 has APCR rounds as standard and as premium rounds. Standard rounds, 240 damage a shot, 205 penetration, 248 penetration for premium rounds, which is also APCR, which can get a little bit confusing. Anyway, this tier 10 battle, Agent Infinity's gone to a pretty good position for spotting in sort of the central part of Miravanka, I think it is. Yes, it is. And he's looking for some shots into the T28 prototype. He's going to seize this tracked tier 8 American tank destroyer and thinks I can possibly get my full clip into there. It looks like that last shot might have bounced. He was a one shot when he fired that last round into the side of the tier 8 American turreted tank destroyer, but he went unlit and he blind fired. It looks like the shot didn't quite count. Now if you look closely you can see Agent Infinity's got 2 marks of excellence on his gun barrel in the AMX 1390, the tier 9 auto-loading French light tank. As he continues to move forward, he's clearly looking at the mini-map. You can see the T57 Heavy, the Edelweiss, and the T54 Mod 1 moving down the eastern flank. Even though they're down by a tank, good to see Agent Infinity not stuffing around, getting stuck right down there, looking to provide these tanks that are flanking with some support as well as vision for the Object 140 and whoever else might be shooting down this way. Maybe the 2 American artilleries, the T92 HMC and the M53 M55. 0-1's a score as he looks towards the STA1 and thinks, thank you very much, easy money. Still not spotted, so this is just 3 damage for Agent Infinity. Again, his last shot, the tank is unspotted. He continues to fires blindly towards the STA1. He does get lit as the Tortoise gets taken out by the IS-7. Moves up towards this house to give himself a bit of cover while he reloads, picking up spotting damage all the way on that T54. That T54 camping like an absolute champion right down the back of the red line as Agent Infinity's 4-shot auto-loading gun is now ready to fire, but his team are down 0-3. He's going to have to put his carry pants on. Looks to the back of the T95. Loses vision on the T95. Fires clutch towards the T49 and misses. Takes another reload as he hugs that house again. Looking at the mini-map, you see all these big heavies in IS-7. The Panzer Kampfwagen 7, Type 4 Heavy and a Batchat 12T all last spotted up here in this northern section. That's probably what Agent Infinity is looking at as a T57 finally picks up first kill of the game for Agent Infinity's side, getting rid of the STA1, the one that Agent Infinity was shooting at earlier. Now he's spotted, he's in a little bit of trouble here, I reckon. He's spotted, he's got tanks to the north, west and south of him. The Bulldog kills the Batchat 12T. Now they're only down by 1 tank. The score's 2-3. He's already done 1,445 damage and 1,650 assisted damage. He's having an absolute perler. Is he on a mission? He is on a mission to do some damage to 3 artilleries. There's only 2 artilleries on the enemy side. The next game, this is a double shot of AMX 1390 action. The next shot is a pretty good mission indeed. Possibly one of the hardest light tank missions in the game, where you need to... It's the one that leads to the Object 260. You got to spot 8,000, I think it is, 8,000 spotting or damage done. Finally, his teammates do a little bit of killing and they get rid of that IS-7, and somehow they're up now. They're up 4-3. As Agent Infinity waits for that gun to reload. He looks like he wants to get some shots on the tier 10 German heavy tank. Can't see him. Now he can. He's behind a building, so he won't be able to shoot him near me, old mate. Looking towards, will he have shots on that Type 4? No, it looks like the Type 4's behind some kind of cover as well. Agent Infinity moving forward now, looking at the Panzer Kampfwagen 7, is that what they're called? I don't know. You can see they're being surrounded. The T57 sounds like he's having shots. The Object 140, the Pershing, the T28 prototype. As Agent Infinity very bravely goes straight past that gun on the big Tier 10. That sounds like he just fired, and he knows he'll be able to get 2 more shots on, but then he's going to have to get out of dodge. He sets him on fire, puts his last shell in and runs because he needs to get out of the way of that big German gun. From memory, that gun does a hell of a lot of damage, and when you've only got 1200 hit points to start with, you really want to make sure you look after him. Object 140 and the T57 swooping in, hopefully for the kill. Picks up a little bit more assisted damage, possibly from one of the artilleries on the Tier 10 German heavy tank, and he's down to 86 hit points. Is he going to seagull the kill? Yes, he is. That's the first kill of the game for Agent Infinity. 6-4 is the score. 2,617 hit points of damage. 1,802 assisted damage as he waits for that gun to reload. Artillery shells going off all around the place. You can hear them all. Now looks like he might be looking at that charioteer. That charioteer looks like he might be all alone here up at A4, and it's good map awareness now. You can see the M41 Bulldogs down to 185 hit points. The Edelweiss that he just drove past is clearly aiming towards the British Tier 8 turret tank destroyer. And Agent Infinity pretty confident. That T95 still down there. The Defender, the Nameless, Scorpion G and the T49 last seen doing a little bit of red line sniping in the T54. Pretty confident in thinking and assuming that nobody else from the enemy side has pushed up to where that charioteer is. So now's the time to make hay while the sun shines. Auto aims on the British tank destroyer. Misses his first shot. He's still got 3 bullets left. Artillery hits him. The Bulldog hits him. Agent Infinity swoops in for the kill. Brings the score back up to 7-5. Reloads again. 2,761 damage done. 2,308 assisted damage. He hits the F8 key, letting his teammates know that he's reloading. His teammates continue to get taken out though. The T57 auto-loading American heavy tank gets taken out by the Defender. You can see a Nameless. He'd love to clip the side of that Nameless. He's loaded now. The Nameless only on 430 hit points, and I reckon he's thinking, I'll fancy myself here. I don't reckon these blokes are pushing up. They're down. They're all camping like bitches. Not going to push forward. So Agent Infinity getting that French vision happening just to see if anyone comes out between this ridge just over here. Picking the map, wants to wait till the Pershing and the M41 Bulldog are up here to get themselves into a position where they can help him. Get a bit of flanking fire going on. 7-6 the score. Moves up to these more forward bushes. He's lighting everyone up now. The Nameless, the Defender. Holds his fire on the Nameless. Doesn't want to get spotted. Pershing, looks like the Pershing. Is the Pershing gonna... Pershing's certainly got the health on the T49. And here we go, Agent Infinity auto aims at the Aimless, unlocks him, shoots him once, 1 more shot should be enough. There's kill number 3 for Agent Infinity. He's got 1 shell left, doesn't care, takes a reload, switches to premium ammunition. 9-7 the score now, 3,191 damage done, 2,308 assisted damage. They're still up by 2 tanks. 9-7. 1 Tier 10 artillery piece on each side. 2 Tier 9s on each side. An artillery and a T95 on the enemy side. An American artillery and the Stritzwagen on Agent Infinity's side. As well as, of course, Agent Infinity and the T49 on the enemy side. 9-8 the score. He's got a full clip loaded. He's still on 920 hit points. I reckon he's going to fancy himself up against this Defender. That T49 ran a hell of a long way away to get away from that Pershing. Pershing clearly didn't want to risk getting derped by the T49, even though the T49 was only on half health, I reckon, by memory. And where's the time gone? Only 5.5 minutes to go in this battle. He's asking the artillery what his reload's like. T92 is ready to fire. You can see it. That's good. That's good. Good work in the chat. Good communication between a light tank and some artillery players. Of course, it's artillery players greatly rely on the light tanks to give them a bit of vision and try and spot these enemy tanks. It sounds like some enemy artillery might have been firing Agent Infinity's way. Picks up another 157 assisted damage on the T49. and the M53, M55. Hitting the F8 key, letting Agent Infinity know that he's got 14 seconds left as he spots the defender. That's probably not the tank he was hoping to spot. Gets invited to platoon by the Stritzwagen because they've got 3 kills each, and if you create a platoon, you can pick up brothers in arms by getting 3 kills each. 206 more assisted damage into the defender, chipping away at the health of the Tier 8 premium Russian heavy tank. 9-8's the score at the Edelweiss. Only on 193 hit points, the Stritzwagen getting ready to shoot at hopefully the defender if that defender pops around the corner, and Agent Infinity letting him know, I'm ready to go. I'm going to go on a hero run. Let's see if we can get rid of this defender. Looks like the defender's backed right off. And so now Agent Infinity's team only up by 1 tank, but they should have the advantage on vision. Bear in mind the T54 Mod 1 down here, haven't seen him for some time, but he's right down here. And that's, he might not be doing much down there. Look, he might be on really low health, but it's stopping these enemy tanks pulling back. He's on 790 something health by the looks of him. It might not stop them pushing back through the magical forest, but it will give them fair warning, give these artillery pieces fair warning as to what these enemy tanks are doing. That's my analysis anyway. 9-8 the score, 3,191 damage done, 2,694 assisted damage. He's just getting warmed up. There's still 6 enemy tanks left to contend with. Spots a T49, doing a bit of red line sniping, and he thinks, righty, I reckon I can get my whole clip off before he even aims his gun. T49 not interested, is running away. Agent Infinity single-handedly took him down to 171 hit points and brings his damage done up to just about 3,700. Waits for that gun to reload. There's a defender and a T95 right next to Agent Infinity, but every time Agent Infinity lights him, he's going to be lit because he's only lighting him by proxy, and they can do exactly the same thing. Nearly gets the shot into the Scorpion G. Got a little bit more assisted damage for that Scorpion G. 79, that'll take him down to below 100 health, but scored 9-all now as the enemy Batchat 15558 Tier 10 auto-loading French artillery piece picked up the kill on the Edelweiss. The Stritzwagen kills the Scorpion G, bringing the advantage back up to Agent Infinity's side. The Edelweiss cracking the shits, calling everyone pieces of shit. T92's run out of ammunition. Fucking hell, what else can this game bring? 2.5 minutes, less than 2.5 minutes left in this game. He's just seen where that T95 is aiming, and that's certainly going to help Agent Infinity decide which way to flanking. That T95 was aimed south or southeast, back towards the cap, towards that T54 Mod 1. 4 kills to the Stritzwagen, 3 kills to Agent Infinity. 3,700 damage done, 3,452 assisted damage. Shoots and bounces the defender. Luckily, the defender misses his shot as Agent Infinity continues to fire away. Stay away from that gun. One more shot. The Stritzwagen does the job. 11-10 the score now. 5 kills to the Stritzwagen, 3 kills to Agent Infinity. 4,242 damage done. 3,500 assisted damage just to T95. The T49 and 2 artillery pieces left. I'd imagine the Batchat 15558 is now reloading because there was some artillery shells going on there. Only 1 standard round left for Agent Infinity, 10 premium rounds. The Edelweiss getting very... Name a knucklehead and a raha in your Edelweiss. You are a plonker. Just because they didn't push doesn't make you any good. I'll be very interested to see what kind of damage you've done. 4 kills to Agent Infinity as he picks up the kill on the T95. Waits, his gun's reloading, but he's not stuffing around that T49. He knows he could probably get away with round killing that T49. He's on such low health. And 2 enemy artilleries. 35 seconds left in this one. The Edelweiss is smashing their keyboard like a good keyboard warrior. They don't know where the artilleries are. Of course, they haven't been spotted yet. There's one of them. Auto aims and misses. Somebody else hits him. Agent Infinity picks up his 5th kill, getting rid of that Batchat 15555. Puts a shot, picks up the kill on the 5.8 as well. And of course he's reloading. I'd be ram killing him. He's only on 171 health. 6 seconds left. The Pershing picks up the kill. 15-10. Beautiful shooting. 6 kills to Agent Infinity. What a massive game. And like he's put in his description of the upload, AMX 1390, best game ever. Let's have a look at this result. It's absolutely massive. It's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge for Agent Infinity. The Spotter Medal for doing over 1,000 assisted damage. Bruiser, Fire for Effect. Perscucci's Medal for killing 2 artilleries. Patrol Duty, spotting at least 6 tanks. High Caliber, and of course the Top Gun. Look at all those tanks that he spotted. And got assisted damage for 6 kills, plenty of damage done. Look at page 2, 5,676 damage done, 6 kills, 1,673 base experience. That's absolutely massive. Credit to the artilleries and that Stritzwagen for having some ripper games as well. The Edelweiss, 505 damage, 13 shots fired, 9 hit, only 2 went through. And he's got the audacity to criticise the other players on his team. He fired 13 shots, only 2 of them did damage. That's why your score was down the bottom, you absolute knucklehead. Now, of course, Agent Infinity cost him a few credits, 32,500 credits. He did use just about all of his ammunition, and it's a standard account. He fired 37 shots, 30 hit, 25 went through. There were some blind shots, so you can't criticise him for that. But an absolute perler of a game on Muravenka, Agent Infinity in the AMX 1390. As we move on to the second game in his double shot of Tier 9 French auto-loading action. This is my old mate Flying Elite, and he's on a mission, which is what I did mention earlier. His mission is to do a shitload of spotting damage, and he's on Fiery Salient. And of course he's done, we just missed the start of it, but he's done the hero run at the start. He's gone up and over the railway line and pulling back. He's lit up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's lit up 6 enemy tanks. Waffentrager, the Ike tank 90B, the IS-2, the Tiger, the T-30, and the Oni, and now the Chrysler. And now the Tiger. He's lit up most of the enemy team. Now have a look at this mission. The total damage caused and the damage caused by your allies upon your spotting or tracking an enemy tank must be at least 8,000 hit points. Now we'll be able to see the running total down here. Damage done and assisted damage. He's already done the right thing. He's lit up more than half the enemy team. Just lit up the M4A1 Ravloir. And the Tiger 2 camping like a champion down the 1-2 line. Of course, it's a Tier 9 game, but there's only 3 Tier 9s in each tank, and that Tiger 2 thinks that camping the 1-2-3 line is the right thing to do on Fiery Salient. Maybe it is. I don't know. The IS on Flying Elite's team doing something similar. I can understand the SU-100M1. He's only a little Tier 7 tank. And even the Jag Tiger and the ISU-152, they traditionally do push the 1-2 line. But that Tiger 2 and the IS, well, who knows? Let's see what's going to happen. The ISU-152 letting his teammates know that he's spotted. Now, even though the Flying Elite has lit up pretty much the whole enemy team, in fact, I would say that anybody who has been lit by the Flying Elite. Now, he just copped a couple of shots from the Tiger 2 and the Nameless. Takes him down to 542 hit points, which is concerning because you only start with 1,200 and you're only a light tank, got no armour. And another one. Here we go. 2 marks of excellence on that gun barrel. Flying Elite absolutely loves the AMX 1390. Tier 9 auto-loading French light tank. And just like Agent Infinity, he's got 20 rounds of standard, 20 rounds of premium APCR rounds. Finally lands a shot into the T-30. Bear in mind that mission, because he reckons he might have done okay in this game. He's done 513 damage, so what's that, nearly 10% as he reloads. A mouthful of his coffee before it goes cold. That French gun is now reloaded and he's firmly aiming towards the Oni. He's missed his first 2 shots though. Glad it's not premium rounds. Pulls back for the reload again. Switches to still APCR, but switches to premium rounds. Wants to keep that Tiger 2 lit. Look at all these tanks that might have shots on him. Don't know if they will. Artillery certainly will. There's another tank here right at the back line. The Jag Tiger. I don't reckon he's moved I don't reckon that Jag Tiger's moved from spawn back there. He might be AFK. It's one of the Jag Tigers. That's Heiko. 0-all is the score on Fiery Salient. Flying Elites having a slow start. He's picked up 513 hit points of damage, but he's also been damaged to the tune of 658. So he's down to 542 hit points of damage. Doing a bit of circle work in the middle of the map, trying to keep some vision for his team. Who's going to shoot what he spots though? What's he got there? There's a T32 and a T29 who looks like they're a little bit scared to pop over. It looks like they've already copped a little bit of damage. You've got all the campers at the back. Of course, those campers at the back can probably only shoot up here, the one line. Tiger 2 possibly safely behind cover. T32 kills the Oni. That's the Oni that Flying Elite was shooting at not too long ago. Finally, somebody shoots that Tiger. He's down to 12 hit points. Somebody needs to kill him. There's 242 assisted damage. Jag Tiger. Now that's the Jag Tiger that's over there. That's not the AFK one. Picks up the kill on the Tiger 2, the tier 8 heavy German tank. 2-1's the score. Flying Elite's got a full clip, as is turret. Flicks around a little bit. Sometimes it happens in replays. 2-1 the score. Bit of a slow start, but he's getting ready to fire up now. 513 damage done. 242 assisted. Aiming for a grand total of 8,000 between those two figures. I've been working on the light tank missions myself, and I'll tell you what, some of them look easy. When you're a scrub like me, none of them are easy, I'll tell you now. 2-1 the score on Fiery Salient. Moving forward, he's got premium consumables. Strong hot coffee loaded. Strong coffee loaded. Waiting for that nameless that was last spotted just up there to start moving. Pinging the map like a man possessed. There's the nameless. Now Flying Elite's not going to be shooting. He's going to be soaking up that assisted damage. 1,340 damage into the premium Japanese heavy tank. Another 260, bringing his assisted damage up to 1842. Damage done, 513. So that's a total of, what, nearly 2400. Spots a Scorpion G. Wants to get the hell out of there. Doesn't want that Scorpion G to shoot him, not when he's on 542. ISU 152 pops 1150 damage into the tier 8 premium German tank destroyer. And now they're comfortably looking good for the win. 5-1's a score on Fiery Salient. But the Flying Elite's just warming up on this mission. The light tank 15 mission for the Object 260, 8,000 assisted and damage done, and all he needs to do to get the secondary is to survive. Now we spotted that AMX 1390, copped one shot from him, put two shots into him, takes the damage that he's done up to 968, and also picked up a little bit more assisted damage up to the value of 3,737. So about 4,000 more to go. That'll make it 4,800. 4,700 all up. So he's still got a bit of work to do. Looking towards the M4A1 Reveloir. And this should just be money all day. Oh, he bounces like the armoured French tank. Misses his third shot. Come on, get another shot in. That's the way. 1421 damage done. 3737 assisted damage as he moves forward, trying to continue to earn some assisted damage as he moves up that 1-2 line. Finally, the campers are starting to move forward, and it looks like that AFK Jag Tiger has moved forward as well as the Flying Elite looks at the rear of the Chrysler Girlfriend tank. Chrysler Grand Final. It bounces his second shot. Third shot will go through though. That's his first kill of the game. He's got one more shell. You may as well shoot towards that blade, but he misses. 1842 damage done. 3737 assisted damage. That's five and a half, bit over 5,500 all up, looking for a total of 8,000 as he gets some more assists. That looked like a big one. Into the Jag Tiger. His gun is loaded, so he grabs himself his second kill. 12-1's the score now. Not sure if he got the assisted damage on that M4A1 Reveloir. Total of 6,700 now for assisted damage. and damage done. He's got 2 bullets left. We'll put him into this M12. No, he won't. The SU-100 M1 picks up the kill, but the Flying Elite doesn't care. It's more assisted damage. Now up to 7,000. Only needs another 1,000 hit points. 4,747 damage assisted. 2,306. So that's a total of 7,000. What's he need? He needs 8,000. So he needs to YOLO this Waffenträger Aufpanzer 4, who's on about 1,000 hit points. Auto aims, gets 1 shot in. 2, 3, 1 more. Will this be enough? I reckon it. I don't know if he got it then. 3,000 damage done, 4,803 assisted damage, going by the bottom left-hand side of the screen. But let's have a look, because there were some blind shots, and you never know. It's an Ace-Tagger Mastery Badge in any case for the Flying Elite, the Spotter Medal for more than 1,000 assisted damage. Bruiser, Fire for Effect, the Scout Medal for detecting all those tanks. Look at all those tanks. That's pretty much the whole team. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He got the initial spot on all 15 of those enemy tanks. That's absolutely fantastic. Confederate Medal for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else, and of course the patrol duty. Let's have a look at the second page of the post-game battle results. 3,438 damage done. That's a little bit more than we saw in the game, plus 4,803. So 3,438, add that to 4,803, and that's comfortably over 8,000. So that's light tank mission 15.4, the one to the object 260, 8,000 in total. And he did it by just a bit over 200 damage up his sleeve in the end. Cost him a few credits, nearly 50,000, but when you're going for these missions, especially at the top end, and it's the final mission, of course he got it with honours, because the secondary condition was to survive. But 2 absolute rip-snorter games featuring the AMX 1390. Agent Infinity and the Flying Elite. Thanks very much for the replays, lads. Very entertaining games. Absolute delight to watch. I'm stewiejp. You're not. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.